The best thing on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine, the moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, so think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough for the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown, that's the bling with the blow. What the team is about, champions. You can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hank Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank, bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports, like, comment, subscribe, say wow. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank, bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hank call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hank, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank, bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hank break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hank defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hank coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank, bringing the proof. Hank Sports Review. Break Review.
Happy Monday, happy Monday. I don't know, it was acting up. StreamYard was acting up. Act like you didn't want to let me. Shame on StreamYard. But we're not going to let them hold us back, right? We are not going to allow them to hold us back. With that being said, I'm glad to see you beautiful people here on a good Monday. As y'all see the thumbnail, we got to talk about that fight that was on Prime. Paramount. I'm sorry, Paramount. It's on Paramount. I was able to watch it. Some of the prelims, I watched those too. It was okay. But, you know, everybody's there for the main event, right? We all there for the main event. Unfortunately, the main event lasts longer. I didn't last as long as my goddamn intro. Yeah. My intro was about 5 minutes. The goddamn fight didn't last that goddamn long. Didn't last that long. Guys, I ain't gonna lie. If I had to pay for that shit, I've been very disappointed. Thank God we didn't have to pay for it. Now some people say, well, what did you do? Well, you didn't have to pay for it. Well, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about this site that I like to use. We're not gonna do that. So did I have to pay for it? No, sir, I did not. I got it for the grand price of whatever my internet was. Shout out to the internet. We're not gonna get into details because I don't want no problems. Guys, with that being said, we got to get to it. We got to talk about this. Matter of fact, let's go. Let's share this so we can go with this goddamn fight because it was crazy work. Crazy work. Let's go.
The difference in height. We highlight Holloway's weight, of course, because he is making his UFC welterweight debut. 5 all-important inches in reach reside with Conor McGregor. McGregor back
A bit go long.
Ground. McGregor
right there, he hurt his leg right there.
Start is in green.
Right there, when he went in there all aggressive and jumping and shit, he hurt his goddamn leg. Y'all see how I kind of buckled on. Let's go back a little bit.
Real quick, I just want to add this.
Let me say this, man. I had to put the statement up there. Do I think Conor McGregor needs to retire? Yes. I think it's over for Conor. Conor had a nice run. Conor did what he can do. I think it's over, man. I really for McGregor. A lot of injuries, a lot of surgeries, a lot of time has passed between last fights and all of that. Does his name still have a draw? Yeah, it does. You know what I'm saying? His name still has a draw. If you put his name on one of them undercards, it's going to bring people in. Yeah, it's going to do all that. But I think he's done. I really do think he's done. And unfortunately, for him to try to make a comeback at this age, man, is asking a lot. The older you get, the harder it is to heal. Takes a long time, right? And his body's been through a whole lot, I'm sure of. You know, injuries after injuries, comebacks after trying to come back. It just ain't working for him, man. So It's like, man, is it worth him keep trying to do that? Is it really worth him keep trying to make these comebacks after comebacks after comeback? I don't know, man. Now, he's going to get down there, and I'm sure he's going to, complete his case. I'm sure he is. And when he's trying to plead his case, he's probably going to say, you know what, we don't need to end a fight like that. And I agree with that. That was a bad way to go out. That's a bad way to go out. And I'm sure he doesn't want to go out like that. Right? I'm sure my man don't, it's really not a way you want to accept a win. But if you get it, you get it. You can take a win after you take it. But I'm sure there's a level of pride that my man has. I better fight him and either I knocked him out or and it was neither one of those things. It's really an injury took him out. Not by the hands of me as a fighter. So it's one of those things, is this the way I want to go out? I'm sure it's the question Conor McGregor's asking himself. And then, like I said, his pride don't want him to go out like that, but damn. Dog, I mean, it's worth you get back in, going through rehab, going through physical therapy, probably going to be out for another year or two before you can get back, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That knee just gave out for little to no contact. I mean, the only thing you did was run up on him, try to jump kick him, and your knee done went out. Damn. And of course, you can't be wearing no knee brace in the Octagon. That's that high road. So it's like one of those things, man, just kind of need to hang it up. Did he need to do a Brock Lesnar and put them gloves in the middle of the goddamn ring and hey, it's it. I'm over. I'm done. Because that's definitely what it looked like after that fight. Now, there was some other better fights, of course, on the undercard, man. Of course, they went longer. There were some good fights. But, of course, everybody was ready for that Conor McGregor and the Holloway rematch. Everybody was looking forward to that rematch. And for it to end that way, man, it's rough. That's a rough way to go out. That's a rough way to go out. We're going to really talk about this shit long because the fight was so, damn, it was bad. It was very disappointing. Like I said, I'm glad I wasn't one of those people who had to use pay-per-view because I didn't have the Paramount channel. Been very disappointed, especially if that's the fight you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's the fight that you was looking forward to watch, plan on watching, you know what I'm saying? Paid your money to watch. And this is what you got? What's wrong with this? Let me see something. Hold on, guys. The camera working good. I mean, I don't know. It looks a little blurry to my end. I don't know if it looks blurry on your end. If it does, I apologize. But yeah, I hate that for one. Because like I said, he's an entertaining fighter. He's always going to put on a show every goddamn time it comes out. God damn, Average Man. Average Man said, fuck McGregor. That's what he said. Average Man said, fuck McGregor. I'm glad I didn't pay a dime for the fight. Black Ops 2, son. What the hell? Some of these people, man. It is what it is. But no, Average Man, I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean. I'm glad they pay for it either. I was watching some WNBA games and some summer league games Saturday prior to the game. Then ended up watching some more WNBA games and summer league games on Sunday. And I got more entertainment out of watching them WNBA games than I did watching the NBA. All this goddamn fight. That's how crazy it was. Now, of course, there was some good teams playing, like the Dallas team, the Aces, the Vegas Aces, and of course, the Indiana Fever. Now, the Chicago Skies, they was terrible. And they blew that goddamn game against Dallas. I don't know what happened to them. Found a way to jack that goddamn game off. They was up. But that's the way it is with momentum. Let me get my that's the way the momentum goes sometimes. But man, I was very disappointed in how everything's ended on that game. Felt like, the average fan didn't get their money's worth. The average fan was probably left disappointed. Now, hopefully, average fans should have watched the undercard. You know what I'm saying? If the average fan at least watched the undercard, they will at least got a couple good fights. The preliminaries. That's at least you got a couple good fights out of that. But man, if you just waited to the main event, you was disappointed. Now I tell you this guy they had fight right before him. Young man was a heavyweight. He was trained by John Jones. He was 2-0. I think he said he used to wrestle for Minnesota, University of Minnesota. New to the UFC. Like I said, that was only his third fight. But he put on a hell of a show. I enjoyed it. Great fighter. Definitely going to be looking out for him. He's in the heavyweight division. I think it's like part of the, I don't know. Do they got a light heavyweight? I don't know if they got a light heavyweight. But if they do, they do. But he put on a hell of a show. I got to find out that dude's name, man. Dude was a good fight. I liked him. Yeah, he had a good fight. Let me see. Let me look, see if I can find the guy's name. The main card, Conor McGregor. Here he is. Gabriel Stevenson. That's his name. That was a good fight. I like that. Let me see what else. Early preliminary. Let me see. I didn't watch those. Yeah, I didn't watch those. I watched the early the prelims. Didn't watch those. I watched the regular prelims. I seen your boy Robert Whitaker. I seen that fight. I seen, like I said, the Gabriel Stevenson fight. Adrian Yanzis. I seen that fight, and I didn't see the Luke Raleigh. I don't remember him. I didn't see that fight. And of course, the main card, the Terrence McKinney and the King Green. I watched that fight. Let's see this one. The Patty Pendleton. I didn't see that fight. So let me see how many fights I had to watch. 1, 2. I watched 4 fights. I've seen 4 of the fights. There's probably about 20 of them, some bitches. Shit. It's probably about 20 of them goddamn fights, but I got to see 4 of them. And I was impressed, like I said, with the ones I got to see. Like I said, the one I was probably out of the 4 that I seen, I was most impressed with was, like I said, that Stevenson guy. I'm gonna definitely make sure I look for him more. Like I said, now he's on. Well, he was 3-0. Now he's 4-0. Doing that fight. Is John Jones gonna get back in the ring? Oh no, I thought that was John Jones. Somebody else. Okay. Okay. I could say, man, it looked like John Jones. But that was I don't know. And the thing about it, UFC is fighting so much now. It seems like they fight like every weekend, right? So I used to keep up with it because it was usually like not every weekend fighting, but it's like more so like once every 3 to 4 months. So it's a lot easier for me to keep up because there wasn't that many fights going on. All of, now it seems like, man, they fight once a month. Now that's where it is right now. So it's like, man, I can't keep up with this. So, sometimes I watch it. Most times I miss it. But, it is what it is. I thought that, let me look. I thought I heard something about that Average Man, that John Bone Jones gonna fight again. I don't know. Let me look that up. Is Jones fighting again? So he said he's not scheduled for any up and coming fights. Okay. 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 So he hasn't fought since November of 2024, has been locked in a cycle, briefly retired, unretired, and negotiating with UFC, leaving his fight future highly uncertain. Damn. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that, man. See, I ain't seen him in a while. Highly unlikely to fight in the UFC again, although he has occasionally flirted with the idea of coming back. He stated in 2026 that he's considered his fight days finished due to failing contract negotiations, medical issues, including severe arthritis, okay, in his hip, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Look here. Sometimes it's not about the contract. Sometimes it's about getting yourself ready, and arthritis can definitely, I'm sure, slow you down. Average Man, that arthritis, boy, that awesome. Boy, get in your bones, boy, get in your elbow, your hands. Man, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. What's my man saying? What did my man come through? My man come through. Shout out to Average Man, man. He said, let me go and bless you one time. Let me go on and bless you one time with this $5 super chat. I ain't got no words to say, brother. Just want to show my gratitude, my appreciation. Thank you, sir, for doing what you do. I hate to say all that. I just made some shit up because it sounds good. But I'm sure that's what he was thinking when he sent this goddamn $5 super chat. Now, guys, y'all could be like my man Average Man and bless me too. You have a couple of options. QR code birds connect me to my PayPal. You can hit it. You can see that Cash App right below my goddamn name. There you go. Downside that 75. You can do that too, or you can send it through the super chat. Either way, it's all good. I promise you, your boy will appreciate it. Right on. Right on. Look at guys, man. I went. My man Dark Horse said, they not ready for Bones. Look here, man, let me say this. I don't know about not ready. I would love to see him fight again. I would love to see him fight again. I don't know how big a deal this contract situation is. You know, that's what's really I'm concerned with. I think it's going to be more so his physical, you know. I think it's going to be more so his physical than anything. But you know what I do appreciate that he's still around in the UFC because he's training that young man that I was talking about, that Gabriel Stevenson guy. He's training him. So he's still around in the game. So I like that. Even some of like the old heads that are still involved with the UFC, you know, they still contribute and we can still see them in some form of fashion, whether it's, you know, either announcing like Conor's doing or training like John Bones Jones is doing, man. So he said Bones is fight IQ. Slow it down. Let me slow it down. Bones is fight IQ is on another level. Yes, it is. Look, dude, the whole family's tough. I ain't gonna lie. Goddamn. He had, I think, a brother in the NFL, him in a UFC. I think another one played on the high level of college ball too. I don't know if he made it to the NFL, but I know they played on. A couple brothers played on the high college level. I know one made it to the NFL. He won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, and I think he's still currently with the Arizona Cardinals. But I do like John Jones, man. I was a big fan of him. I hated when he was forced to retire due to his some of his vices he's dealing with, you know, with the sugar booger. Sugar booger's taking the brothers down in the UFC. I hated that because, man, he's always been a good. I like his unorthodox style where he do that spin around backhand swing he was doing. He's doing a lot of jumping around and kicking in his lighter days. When he's probably about 100 pounds lighter than I don't even think. I might be doing too much. He might not have been 100 pounds. It might have been more like 50 or 60 pounds lighter. When he was like jumping everywhere, throwing your knees, elbows. He was catching them flying knees and elbows by John Ball. He had that unorthodox style. I like that about it. Definitely was different. Very entertaining to watch. So I enjoy watching him just because of that alone. So would I like to see him come? Yeah. I'd tell you, I don't care about Conor McGregor come back. I really couldn't stand him, but he was a draw because you want to. It was like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like how people used to treat Mayweather. Cats would just go watch Mayweather, get the pay-per-view Mayweather, just pray and hope that Mayweather lose. Every week, every fight, his ass found a way to win. When they gave him a little help due to the judges, I let him get away with some dirty shit. It is what it is. But that's the way it was. That's what the draw is for like McGregor. Now, McGregor was taking a lot of losses because UFC is a little different, right? You ain't nobody going undefeated like that, the UFC like that. But that's what it kind of remind me of with Conor McGregor. Wasn't a fan of it, just wanted to see his ass get whooped. Maybe because he was just too cocky and too arrogant and thought he was good and he really wasn't as good as you think he was. So I was just like, man, fuck him. I remember I was on, I think, TikTok show and somebody was putting up I started to take that bet, but I didn't know anything about the other guy, Holloway. I didn't know nothing about it. And then the last time they fought, McGregor beat him. And just my luck, I bet on McGregor to lose. And his ass mess around, bust a man up. I said, fuck it, I'm going to let him slide. I don't know anything about Holloway, so I'm going to let him slide. I don't know nothing about him, so I'm going to let him. It ain't worth it. I said, I'm going to save my coins for the NFL games. They coming up pretty soon, guys. NFL guy, we going to have some action. Guys, it's July right now. Huh? We 13 days in July. Oh, for the record. Shout out to my son. His birthday was on Sunday. Shout out to him. He turned 21. I'm getting old, guys. God damn. Your boy getting old. He just got back Saturday. Sorry, my phone just keep going on. God damn. Just got back on Saturday. He went to visit his school that he's transferring to. They had that orientation for the new students as well as freshmen. So he got to go down there and meet some of his future teammates. It was about, he said about 4 of them. 4 of them are transfers and 1 true freshman. So he said it was cool. They got the opportunity to meet them and interact with them and the coaches. And they got to tour the campus. So his mother and his girlfriend and his sister and his niece, they all went down there. So that was her first time getting to go. She didn't get to go last time. I went when he went on his recruiting visit. Me, him, and my wife. It was a great visit. So he ended up committing. Of course, when he got home, he could end up committing to going to Johnson C. Smith University in the area of the Carolina areas. So shout out to them. Looking forward to streaming the games. Any games that I will not be going to, unfortunately, will be a lot of the games because it's an 8-hour drive for your boy. But I plan on getting down there for a few games, my wife and I. Definitely gonna make sure I go down there. But plus, not only that, it's like the baby Atlanta down there, in my opinion. That's just me. So I will be traveling down there for a few games, not during the week, but for sure on the weekends. Charlotte is a good city because they have a few pro teams. They got matter of fact, they got the Carolina Hurricanes. They just won the Stanley Cup. They also have the Charlotte Hornets, as well as the Carolina Panthers. All 3 teams was in the playoffs. So shout out to them. Shout out to my man Professor who's down that way. I will definitely make sure I get my son introduced to him so he can have somebody down there to kind of watch over him. And definitely want to make sure when I go down there, I want to get the opportunity to link up with the professor. The beautiful thing about this YouTube stuff and social media and all that, you get to meet other people that you probably normally wouldn't meet, right? So that's a beautiful thing about that. Like my man Average Man, shout out to Average Man. When I go back down to Houston, because we got some children that live down in Houston and goes to school in that area. So next time I go down there, I make sure I need to hook up with the brother. You know, he's a partaker in the stogies like myself. We like to partake in a good cigar. He turned me on to a couple titles and names of some good cigars that I've been looking up. Been going down to a couple of my cigar spots, asking if they got it. Unfortunately, so far I'm striking out. These some bitches ain't got them average, man. I'm disappointed in my spots. I'm gonna have to go online and get me one. But yeah, you know something. I even go even further that. I went to when I was in Gatlinburg. We went to Gatlinburg a couple weeks ago, my wife and I. And I went down to a couple cigar spots. Now they said they had them normally, but their order ain't delivered yet. They not in. They out of stock right now. I said, God damn it. The opportunity for me to put hands on one of these goddamn cigars that my man, average man, turned me on to, a name dropped on me. And they out of stock. Look at the way the devil works. The devil didn't want me to have that good shit. But I know the Lord's going to bless me an opportunity when I come down to the Houston area. They're going to have plenty. They're going to be plentiful. And please believe you me, I got my, y'all can't see it, put up. But I got my little carrying case, right? Got my little traveling dispensary, humidor for my goddamn cigars. So, I'm gonna have them. I got the little glass to put my cigars in, and I got my traveling kit. Yeah. Please believe you me, I'm gonna pack that goddamn traveling kit up. I got 2 of them, and I'm gonna make use of them. Now they usually hold about 4 cigars. Well, hold on, let me take it back. I think my little one is a little bit more pricey. Holds about 5, but my other one holds about 4. So I'm at least better get 9 cigars in there. So I can bring them back to the home front. He said, damn it, the devil was at it again. I know that's right. Oh, 24 days till football is back, baby. Yes, it is. Hey, look here. Some of y'all sleeping on that college football. Now, I don't bet on them college games because them college, shit. Yeah. They tough. I don't fool them college game bets. I fool the NFL, but I don't fool them goddamn college games. But I love watching the college game. See, I'm the guy that would take a nap if the game ain't good at that 1 o'clock game or the 3 o'clock game ain't good. I take a nap so I get ready for that West Coast games. Huh? That's when the Pac-10 was still a Pac. I don't think the Pac-10 is gonna come into play until next season, 2027. But I used to stay up and watch a couple of them Pac-10 games. Huh? That's what I would do. I remember watching a game between Arizona and Arizona State. I didn't think that game's gonna be no damn good, but it was good. It was good. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. It was an entertaining game. But I watched it. Oh man, I need that. God damn, those look dry. But I ended up watching that game, entertaining. Arizona State won. Now I'm gonna take it back with the date. It was during the time when Herm Edwards was a head coach. That's how far back it was. He said Jake Plummer was the best Pac-10 quarterback of all time. Now we know that's a goddamn lie. Because you got guys like Carson Palmer used to play for USC, man. Are you crazy? Matt Leinart was a good college coach. Now, he was terrible in the NFL. Terrible. I'm talking about Charles Barkley type terrible. But in college, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. I don't know about this. Jake Plummer was the best Pac-10 quarterback of all time. You might be reaching with that, my guy. Got to get it done. Yeah, you might be reaching on that one. Now, hold on. Maybe you an Arizona fan was an all-pro in the NFL. I don't know about that, man. I remember watching when he used to play for Denver. That's where I remember Jake Plummer from. Did he end up in Arizona for the Cardinals for a while? Let me look that up. What was Jake Plummer's NFL history? Yeah, that's where he started. He started at the Arizona Cardinals. Ended up with the Denver Broncos. Okay. So from 97 to 2002, then from 2003 to 2006. Jake the Snake Plummer. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. To say he was, I ain't gonna sit there and say he's not one of the best. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that, right? I cannot say that. But to say he's the best, ooh, no. Yeah, I remember Troy Aikman used to play in the Pac-10. He transferred, I think, from Oklahoma to UCLA. I can't think of a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of the Pac-10 anyway. I don't know. I mean, if we're going to talk about good quarterbacks, I mean, Aaron Rodgers did play for Cal. And I don't even remember playing for Cal, I guess. Carson Palmer. Who else? I mean, yeah, I'm racking my brain, struggling. I think you just name all these goddamn controversial people. Is that what you're doing, man? He said Christian Laettner, top 5 best college basketball player of all time. I agree or disagree. Just college career. I can't fight you on that. I can't fight you on that. Top 5 all time. I can't fight you. I can't stand Christian Laettner, especially what he did to my team. And although he should have been ejected for stepping on Roderick's chest, you can't do that and still be in a game. That's crazy, but he was. Played in one of the greatest college games ever to witness in the NCAA tournament between the Kentucky and the Duke Blue Devil game. Not a fan of Christian Laettner at all. I can't stand this goofy ass. I remember they used to try to call Cherokee Parks the baby Christian Laettner. That dude was trash as hell. Greatest shot in the history of college basketball. Pass from Grant Hill. Yeah. hated that it was on my team, against my team, but yeah. Yeah, yes, it was. I remember back in 92 watching that basketball game. We was over my cousin's house watching the game, and we went up by 1 point. I thought we had it won. I said, oh, ain't no way they're going to get that ball in and get it all the way down the court and get the shot off. Ain't no way. I remember watching it over and over and hoping that the time clock ticked off of them. Hope that, oh, man. Got to get it done. Just want to give me trauma, childhood trauma that I didn't want to deal with when he's talking about this. God damn. I might have to end the show after just thinking about this, man. It just hurt me so bad. But no, that was a hell of a game. Unfortunate, it didn't go to my team's direction, but just the opposite. And it remains in infamy with that shot. Yes, they shocked UNLV to win their first title. Year before, UNLV beat the brakes off them by 30. Oh, shit. Yes. Mashburn did foul out. But Christian Laettner should have been a game because he should have got attacked, should have been ejected, was putting his foot on a man's chest. That's crazy work. But that's just the way the ball bounces. That's just the way the ball bounces. Nonetheless, had a great weekend this weekend. Like I said, my wife and I went to Indiana. We went to a place called the Toy Pit. And I found a couple good items. If you're not subscribed, on my other channel, Hinks Collectibles. Let me drop. He said, Richie Farmer. Is Richie Farmer gonna play? That's what they used to always say on the local radio. Richie Farmer was terrible. But he was a hell of a player in high school, Clay County. Some of y'all have no idea what I'm talking about when I say Clay County. There's a local high school here in my state. But let me drop this. If you follow me on my Hinks Collectibles, I always we said, dang, Hink, y'all freaking going to the Toy Pit? Yeah. Yeah, we did. The Toy Pit was a place in Indiana. It's in Indianapolis, right? Probably about 10 minutes outside of Indianapolis. So we made a day of it, right? Went to a record show. I used to have to fly. I can't find them more. So there was a record show at the VFW Union Hall. He wasn't no goddamn good. I ain't gonna front. Let me drop my bad. But yes, we did go to the Toy Pit in Indianapolis. So if anybody's in that area, spicy up the bedroom. Boy, you silly. Let me drop the link to my other channel that I have called the Hinks Collectibles channels. And I display all of my action figures and my Funko Pops and my albums and stuff like that. Normally, I give a behind-the-scenes story of why I chose to pick my Funko or my action figure or my album of the week. I do that normally when I pick my Funko Pop on my action figure, on my album. I give the behind the scenes stories on why I chose what I chose, why I chose them certain item for the week. And I post a video about it on the Hinks Collectibles channel. So if y'all ever want, y'all see me, I put it on all my stations, right? All the channel. I usually display my action figure, my Funko Pop of the week, or my album of the week. I usually display that on all channels, right? But on my Hinks Collectible channels, I give the behind the scenes, a little something different. So if y'all want to see a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, definitely make sure you subscribe to that channel. I dropped it in a link, so make sure y'all subscribe to it. I only got like 9 subscribers right now, but I'm working my way up, right? I'm building. It ain't gonna happen overnight. I'm building slowly but surely, 1 subscriber at a time. But make sure y'all definitely check that channel out. It's very entertaining, especially if you are into albums like myself, or you're into action figures and Funko Pops and other collectibles. I do a lot over there. Definitely gonna be dropping more and more content over there around the elements of collectibles and all that good stuff. So definitely make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. But Saturday we went up there. I usually try to go once a year, sometimes twice, depends. You know what I'm saying? So I went up there and found a couple good things. Now the only bad thing about it though, the toy pit be high with that bullshit, man. I ain't gonna lie, they be high. I hate that, man. He said, "I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not into that type stuff." hey, I understand, man. It's to each his own. Average man, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But man, look. I love music. I love listening to different music, and it's something about vinyl records that I love more than anything. I got CDs. Look, I still got my goddamn book of CDs. I try to give them away to the kids. They didn't want them. They said, "I don't want this shit." Like, okay, it is what it is. But I love music and I love the records. So y'all see when I do my display, y'all see my record player. I got my speakers, everything hooked up, my amp, that's all hooked up. So, I throw a record on and just let that bad boy play, sit, relax, sit back on the couch, just chill, lay back, just listen to music. Listen to music, man. So y'all can't really see it, but right now I'm in the process of moving some things around. My setup is coming together. I got some half bookshelves where I'm displaying more action figures. I'm gonna do a video on it. Now I know my man average man, average man is like, "Hey, Hank, let's get back to these goddamn sports. I don't want to talk about this shit." My bad, big brother. He said, "I love music part though." Shout out to the music. Shout out to the music. I love the music too. But man, I love albums. I love the vinyl. Today I had a couple records that came in. They reissue albums. Ordered them back in May. Just got re-released in June. The other one got re-released this month, July. So they waited till both of them came in, I guess. And then they decided to send it to me. So I got both of them. I haven't cracked it open yet. But I will do it soon. Probably do it after the show. But love the music. I love going record shopping. Now, my wife is not a big fan because she doesn't have the patience that you need to search through all them goddamn albums and shit like that. But I still have her go with me. Even though I'll be wasting my money because they charge you like, normally it's $10 for the early bird, $5, right? So she don't even be doing, she just be talking. She just be talking. I said, baby, look through the album for me. I said, you look there, I look here, and see what you see. So this is what she'll do. She'll pick up an album she likes, she'll just hold it up, and then she wants to give me the backstory. But I'm steadily trying to go through the album, trying to get through this. I'm trying to hurry to get through this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know her patience is very slim. Well, Saturday, she didn't want to go in. She said, I'm going to sit in the truck. I said, this is how I know. This is how I know she was asleep. Because I didn't get a goddamn phone call. Normally, this goddamn phone will be blowing up. There's a picture over there. See a picture. There's a picture. We was at the beach last year. It was on I think it was a cruise. I knew she was asleep because I didn't get a goddamn call. Average man. Normally, I'll get about 3 or 4 calls. I'm tired. I'm bored. I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. I'm hungry. I didn't get a nag call. I got to the truck. She, started to open the door. She lifted up. I said, baby, I'm proud of you. She said, you proud of me, baby? I didn't get a goddamn call. I knew why. Because my goddamn ass was asleep. Hold on, let me do this real fast. Keep blurring out. Man, I can't really do it. Let me see. Oh, okay, there we go. I can't worry about it. I got time. I knew she was asleep. I knew she had to be asleep because I didn't get a call. I'm like, damn, something wrong? Oh, she all right? I'm keep looking through the goddamn albums. I'm trying to hurry get through this. Didn't find nothing really. I ended up finding one album. And the only reason I think I bought the album because, man, I didn't want to walk out there empty-handed. I'd have paid $5 to get in this goddamn bitch. It's about an hour and 52 minutes away from the house. I said, well, shit. Got to come out with something, don't I? So I ended up buying an album. I think the album cost me like $15. Did it? No, the album cost me $10. My fault. Let me take that back. The album cost me $10. So I ended up getting the album. So I said, we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I knew Toy Pit was in this direction. So I had to go out another 30 minutes in order to get to the Toy Pit. So we went there. I picked up about, 5 things. Only bought 3 of the 5, but I ended up picking up 5 things that I was looking at, put them in my basket. I got to the register debating on what I'm going to get, what I'm going to get. And ended up getting one of the things my wife ended up liking. And the other 2 things that I like. So I end up getting those things. What was the album? Now, got to get down. Got to get it done. I can't tell you the album because, I don't release that on this show. But it was a classic album from back in the days, an old hip-hop album. So I give you that much. But if you subscribe to the collectible show, Hink's Collectible channel, I will be announcing it, and I will be dropping a video and showing you guys what album it was and what everything that I got this weekend. So you got to go over and subscribe, brother. The link is in the chat for you to subscribe to hit the channel. It's on the GIST NFL. Is on the NFL Roundtable, and it's on this channel. So you can go over and subscribe. He said EPMD. No, it was not EPMD. You got to go a little further back than that. A little further back than EPMD. But yeah, I ended up finding, getting that one album, just that, and just kept a couple things. So that was pretty much my weekend. This coming weekend, what I got going on? Not really going on next weekend. Oh shit, it's my weekend to work. And then look at her. Look at her. Why she always got to ruin shit? Curtis Blow. That's not even how you spell his name, but oh, she found a way to ruin it. You wasn't supposed to tell it. Any other time, she don't be watching my goddamn sports channel. Any other time I ask, don't be watching me. Because she said, sports is boring. I was watching some WNBA yesterday. I said, I got to do some research. Well, shit, now that she goddamn blew the goddamn name of the album, here it is. That's Curtis Blow. And of course, the main song on her, y'all remember, is If I Rule the World. And of course, my wife found a way to ruin it by naming a damn song. He said, I just subscribed. Shout out to you for subscribing, brother. Shout out. Shout out to gotta get it done. He said, man, I wanna be hip to the game plan. Guys, he subscribed, you can subscribe too. Make sure you do such. But no, like I said, I was watching the game. Of course, Caitlin Clark was playing, but she was on a pitch count. And then to watch Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson is struggling this season. Of course, the team's still having a good year, but she's struggling as an individual. But man, them aces, man, they got blown the hell out. I think they end up losing by like 20 points. My girl Cunningham. Y'all remember her? Y'all remember, she does the goddamn point. Y'all remember that? I said I'm gonna make it famous, but she already did. You say something crazy, I'm gonna hit you with the goddamn point. I'm gonna get you the Cunningham point. I'm gonna hit you with the Cunningham. He said Sophie had 20. She was balling out there, dog. She was balling. He tell the missus, I said, Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
For telling the album name. Man, you know, man, she go out. Yeah. Found a way to ruin it. She wouldn't be supposed to be giving up the information. He said she was a ring girl for the McGregor fight. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, Sophie. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Oh, when she come out, because she was over the first ring. She the first one up, or was she like the third one? Was she? I don't know. Hit you with the Cunningham. That's what she do. Hit you with that goddamn Cunningham. She hit you with that goddamn point. Fish and Fit. Shout out to you, big brother. I know you out there at the ponds, at the lakes, at the creeks. All this goddamn rain we've been having. Plenty of rain. Now, see, too much rain is not good for the fishermen. Fixing water high and all that shit, that's not good. Now, you got some guys don't mind fishing in the rain. I can't do it. I can't do it. She's buddies with Dana White. Look real good dressed in black shorts. God damn. He said just left the gym, bro. Getting it in. That's what I'm talking about. Brothers, you got to get it in. Get that work in. He said, no rain for me. I know that's right. Fellas, you got to get in there. You got to get yourself in shape. You might say you got to get in playing shape. You know, that might not happen for some of us. But at least get yourself in good condition shape, you know what I'm saying, where you can damn near self-defend for yourself. And get yourself in shape, man, so you can be healthy. Get your good blood flowing. Get yourself exercise. You know, diabetes is a motherfucker, especially in my community. We got to do better. Shout out to Fish and Fit. Shout out to the brother. But no, man, if you're a music fan like myself, I've been going on IG and I've started following these ladies called Two Ladies in the Storage. I think they're called Two Women in the Storage. 2 Women in the Storage or 2 Ladies in the Storage. I found out about them on IG and bought a couple of albums from them. They got some good albums. I ain't gonna lie. They got some good throwback albums. Now, last time I got the covers wasn't too good. They was, a little beat up. They were a little rough. But the most important thing about them is the music, right? The music was good. The records was good. The vinyl was good. They played good. I listened to them. I cleaned them up. Every time I get a used album, I always make sure that I clean them up real good. But I've been shopping with them, man. And of course, they got some good stuff, man. Some good stuff. The price is, the price is not too bad, right? I mean, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. The one thing about it, when you deal with people online like this, you hope that they own it up and up, right? Because you're trusting them, not only to trusting them to send you the music, but not only that, but just that they're not trying to get over with you, trying to sell you albums that's scuffed up, beat up, that's not playing, that's bad. And that's one thing I kind of worry about when you're dealing with vendors online. Whatnot is another app that I usually go through that you have to concern. Now, the thing about Whatnot, they kind of show you, but you're still looking at it from either your phone or your desktop or your laptop or your tablet. And depending on the angle, that still could be kind of deceitful, right? I done got totally off goddamn sports, and we just talk about goddamn collectibles and albums and music. This is crazy. I blame you guys.
Lord.
Let me hit you with that goddamn cut hand. It's y'all goddamn fault for this shit. I was defined talking about women's basketball, the NBA Summer League, and washed up ass Conor McGregor and shit. But y'all got me here to talk about this goddamn shit. But we here now. Might as well enjoy it. God damn it. But no, back to it. The one thing when you're dealing with online stuff like this, man, you don't know what you're going to get, right? You taking a chance, you rolling a dice. Hopefully, you're getting a good product. They're sending you some good music. The record's good. It's not scratched up. It's not too warped or bad. He said, what's our fault? That y'all got me talking about this goddamn records and music and collectibles. It's y'all fault. Man, even if it ain't your fault, I'm going to put it on y'all guys. I'm going to blame y'all for this shit. I bet New England, he said, no, I said New England guy. I bet England to win the World Cup plus 500. Yeah, I done lost all interest in the goddamn World Cup games. UFC once again let us down. They had over about a second round. Yeah, I'm done. The All-Star game is this weekend, or this week, matter of fact. Let me take that back. You have the home run derby today. You have 8 batters in there, 2 from the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Harper and another guy who I don't know. My baseball knowledge is very limited, I promise. I apologize. I tell you one thing. I do like your boy from the Cincinnati Reds. I do like him. think it's Diaz. I think that's what his name is. I can't think. He said, Silk Shaka said it ain't my fault. I know that's right. God damn. Did I do that? But not really into the baseball thing. I will get into, once the playoff starts, I will be watching baseball. I'll be locked in, but not until then. I ain't gonna lie. Magic is the greatest point guard of all time, but we'll never forgive him because he didn't hook Easy-E up with the man's RIP. God damn, that's God damn. Well, there you go. RIP to Easy-E. Is Magic the greatest point guard ever? I have to say yes. Who else could you say? Now, some people say, well, Steph can give him a run for money. No. I like Steph. Steph changed the game. Steph did a lot for the NBA. But he ain't no goddamn Magic Johnson. No, sir. He's not no Irvin Magic Johnson, though. Sound like my man been watching Showtime on HBO Max. It was a great show. I hated that they cut it short. But it was a great show. If you ever get a chance to watch it, watch it. Yeah, Magic was a hell of a player, boy. Showtime, Lakers. There's a guy like Magic, boy, that put on Showtime, that make Showtime Showtime. Shout out to Magic Johnson, man. That bro's still around, even with that package. Even with that goddamn package. That's crazy work. That man got a whole package. He's still with us. Must be living right, I guess, now, because it's crazy. It is what it is. But let me say this about Magic. Magic is a hell of a businessman. Magic is a hell of a businessman. And so you got to respect what Magic done in the business world, too. 6'9" point guard had the greatest handles around the best passer and could score. Yeah. Hey, Magic put that goddamn sky hook in his repertoire. It was over. It was over. Wasn't nothing you could do with it. Wasn't nothing you could do with it. Magic was that man. I love Magic Johnson, man. He had that charismatic smile and personality. You know what I'm saying? And just smile in your face, boy, but he putting that goddamn knife in your back. Shout out to the OJs. He was a kind assassin. He said the Skyhook beat the Celtics in 87. And what really put him over when they made that change and made Pat Riley the head coach of the Lakers. Oh, shoot. What about his son? My wife trying to get me thrown off the goddamn YouTube, I see. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to let that man live. I mean, if you want to call him a man, let me stop. Stop. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, that is crazy work. But, man, I remember watching Magic Johnson back in the days, man. I remember watching the Lakers in the Celtics finals, and it was on a replay, and we was watching it like on I think it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But the game was already played, so the result was already in. But that's the way it was back in the days. This is back in the 80s. That's crazy, but that's the way it was. Well, hold on now. The jury's still out for LeBron. He still got LeBron. He got a chance now. He might not be a Hall of Famer, but doesn't mean he can't be a good tribute. A contribution to the NBA. Now we can't say that. Is Magic a billionaire? I don't know. We got to look that up. Is Magic a billionaire? Yes, he is. 1.2 billion average man. Shout out to Magic. He became the 4th professional athlete to achieve this status, joining the elite group along with Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and LeBron James. Shout out to Magic. He said, who's worth more? MJ. MJ is worth more. MJ is worth more. We done got totally off the goddamn sports realm. Talk about goddamn billionaires and man. Well, I guess we still are because they are in the sports realm. So, he's still kind of here. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here because I got to do some research. I'm about to watch one of these WNBA games. I don't know what's going on. I've never watched so much WNBA until this season. I don't know why. Shout out to the WNBA for grabbing my goddamn attention. I'm happy. I'm proud of them. They're doing good things. Because last year, I watched it, but not that much. Year before, I dreaded seeing it on. I'm like, can we find anything else on? This season, man, I've been watching it. I don't know what it is this season, but I've been watching. With that being said, I will catch you beautiful people on the next one.